Okay, so get this right. We're talking about India's Chandrayaan-3 mission.
Right.
Everyone remembers that little rover dropped right down on the lunar surface.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, it didn't just, like, land and call it a day.
Hmm.
They've been looking at the data, after the mission was officially over, and they found something wild, totally unexpected.
No way.
A hidden crater buried underground.
Wow.
Like, how cool is that? It wasn't even part of the plan.
And not just any crater, if the sources are right.
Oh.
This thing could be older than some of the oldest stuff we know about on the moon.
Like what?
The South Pole-Aitken basin, that's hugely ancient.
Okay, hold on. For those of us who didn't ace astronomy.
Sure.
What is that basin, and why is it a big deal if this new crater's older?
Imagine the Grand Canyon.
Right.
But on the moon, it's massive, formed billions of years ago.
Right.
Tells us about how the moon itself came to be.
So finding something older than that is a big deal.
It's like finding a fossil older than dinosaurs changes everything we thought we knew.
Whoa.
Throws a real wrench in the works.
So this wasn't something they saw from orbit, right?
No. Well,
The rover actually drove over it.
well, not directly over it, more like near it. It's huge.
Yeah.
The Economic Times, they're saying it's about 160 kilometers wide.
Get out. That's bigger than some countries.
That's exactly. Puts it into perspective.
So wait, we're talking like a massive crater hidden underground.
Yep.
How does something that big stay buried for like billions of years?
Imagine, right? A landfill,
Okay.
but instead of trash, it's billions of years of space debris.
Oh.
Meteoroids, rocks, all that stuff piling up over eons.
Like a cosmic landfill.
Exactly. And this crater, it's like it got buried and frozen in time.
That's wild. So this rover, it's cruising along on this cosmic landfill.
Right.
How does it even detect a crater that's buried? Like, does some alarm go off?
Actually, it's even cooler than that.
Yeah.
The print article I was reading, it mentioned they used the rover's camera.
Really?
Yeah. It's like archaeology. But on the moon,
Get out.
they're looking at the images, analyzing data, and bam.
They see this thing.
Not see it directly, but the rim of the crater, it shows up.
So they're piecing it together, this whole massive crater, from images and data beamed millions of miles back to Earth.
Exactly. Detective work, but with space-age tech.
And if this thing's older than the basin,
Pole-Aitken. Yeah.
that means it's, like, really old.
Right. Older than old. The STA basin, that's about 4.3 billion years old, early solar system days.
This new crater's even older.
Potentially, which is mind-blowing.
So we're talking like a time capsule from when the solar system was just forming.
Precisely.
That's insane. What kind of secrets could be locked away in there?
Oh, this is where it gets really exciting.
I'm ready.
We're talking about clues to the moon's earliest days.
Yeah.
What it was made of, what was hitting it back then.
So not just a crater, but a whole storybook about the moon's baby pictures.
Exactly. And maybe even the solar system's baby pictures too, but...
Ooh, we gotta save something for later.
Right. This is a deep dive, not a quick dip.
This is true. All right, we are diving deep into this ancient crater next. So last time, right, we were talking about this crater.
Yeah, big one.
Bigger than big and old, like way old.
Yeah, from the early days for sure.
Okay, so way back then, when this crater was still, new.
Fresh impact.
What was the solar system even like? Was it a mess?
Oh, total chaos.
Really?
Think about it, right? Everything's still forming,
Planets and stuff, yeah.
but also tons of asteroids, comets, all whizzing around.
Dodgeball on a cosmic scale.
More like cosmic billiards, but with way higher stakes.
Okay, so impacts were happening all the time back then.
Way more often than now.
Wow, so this crater,
I love Maddie.
but it tells us that Earth was getting hit too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Earth was in the thick of it too.
So anything we learned from this moon crater,
Applies to Earth's early days too.
this is way more than just a moon thing, isn't it?
It's a window into the entire early solar system.
Mind.
And when we talk about what was hitting Earth back then,
Yeah.
it wasn't just rocks.
Get out.
This is where it gets really cool. Those impacts, they weren't all bad.
How so?
Well, we think some of those asteroids, comets,
Yeah.
they carried stuff,
Like what?
water, for one,
No way, in space rocks.
locked up as ice, yeah. And organic molecules too, the building blocks of life.
Wait, so you're saying those impacts, as destructive as they were,
Right.
might have actually brought the ingredients for life to Earth?
That's the theory. Not proven, but it's a possibility.
That is wild. So it's like a cosmic delivery service, but with a really rough touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this crater, it's a reminder that even the most chaotic events can have unexpected consequences.
Makes you wonder what else is out there, right? What other secrets are we missing?
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty. We've only scratched the surface, so to speak.
Good pun. Okay, so we've got this crater telling us about the early solar system, maybe even about life itself.
It makes you think, right? What else is the moon hiding?
That's what I want to know, but first, a quick word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. You know, it's amazing to me we're always looking out into space, trying to find these big answers.
Right. The mysteries of the universe.
Exactly. But then this crater,
Right under our noses, practically.
it reminds us that sometimes the coolest stuff is closer than we think.
Hidden in plain sight, yeah. Or, well, buried under billions of years of space dust in this case.
Ah, true, true. But, okay, this whole thing, it's got me thinking,
True.
if this little rover, I mean, relatively speaking, it's a small area of the moon it covered.
Right.
If that turned up something this big, this old.
You got to wonder what else is down there.
Exactly. What else are we missing?
Oh, that question has scientists buzzing, believe me.
No kidding. It's like every time we think we've got the moon figured out.
It throws a curveball.
Big time. And this wasn't even something they planned to find.
Serendipity, right. That's science sometimes.
It makes you think about all the other secrets just waiting to be, I don't know, dug up.
Or, imaged and analyzed with high-tech rovers.
Right. Whatever it takes. Point being, there's so much more to learn about the moon than we realize.
Oh, absolutely. And every new discovery, it's not just about the moon itself.
It's about the whole picture, right?
The solar system, how it formed, how we got here, it's all connected.
It's mind-blowing. So for anyone who just tuned in, here's the recap. The TLDR.
Hit me.
We had a rover on the moon minding its own business.
Exploring, you mean?
Right. And it found this massive crater hidden underground, older than dirt.
Older than the solar system's dirt, practically.
And this crater, it's not just a hole in the ground, it's a time capsule.
A record of the early solar system, maybe even holding clues to how life began.
All that from one crater. It just goes to show, space is full of surprises.
And we're just getting started, really.
That's the best part. Well, that's our deep dive for today, but the conversation's never really over, is it?
Nope. Keep looking up, keep asking questions.
Exactly. You heard the expert. Until next time, folks.